first of 3 games in the course of 8 days. You got the U.S. Open Cup match on Wednesday in Richmond. So the Armada will travel to Minnesota, then go from Minnesota to Richmond before they come home to play Carolina Railhawks. Mauricio, how do you manage the roster? How do you approach this week when you've got guys out and guys dealing with injuries, and you've got 3 matches in the course of 8 days?
Yeah, and you have to make it a priority. Is the spring season a priority over the U.S. Open Cup without taking away the importance of U.S. Open Cup or the spring season? So as a staff, they're going to have to identify, are these next 2 weekend matches more important than the squeezed-in U.S. Open Cup match, or can they go up to the U.S. Open Cup with an adjusted roster with players, like you said, of depth that have played a few minutes, but really give rest to a few of the players that have heavy minutes on them.
Yeah, and you said it just right. I mean, you got to figure out what your priority is, because I don't know if you can play your starters 90 minutes, 3 games in 8 days. That you can start looking at injury issues, and you don't want that creeping into the end of the spring season when you're trying to vie for a championship, or even into the fall season.
Well, remember as well that if the Armada beat Richmond, who's a very good USL side, they've had experience and success in the U.S. Open Cup. If they do that, then you have a chance against MLS teams. And in a first year, Andy, maybe that's as important as winning a spring championship, because you want to prove yourself and prove to your fans and to sponsors and everybody else, hey, this is the level on which the Armada is playing.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, the NASL is trying to position itself as a competitor with MLS, or even better than MLS. So, yeah, I think if you talk to management, they would say, hey, we need to make sure we take care of the U.S. Open Cup as well. So, yeah, I mean, it's a balancing act.
Yeah, the national visibility that the U.S. Open Cup brings to any franchise, especially a new franchise. So at the end of the year, what was more important, the fact that we got nationally recognized, or we won the spring championship in our first year? Obviously, both really good credits to have, but when you weigh out both, I think the national visibility, make sure that everybody around the country knows what the Armada is about, that might be a really important thing for us.